Progression was one of the weakest aspects of Battlefield 1. That game barely gave players anything to achieve and experience beyond the initial grind to level 10 on each of the classes to unlock a special weapon, and then the added weapon assignments that came with each DLC. That was almost it for Battlefield 1. Now, Battlefield 5 is looking to solve that problem with a really robust set of events, assignments, challenges, and items to unlock and use in the game. Right then, let's dig into things. First of all, a few small notes to explain. 5 different ranking systems in Battlefield 5, the currencies of Battlefield 5, and some general points about progression. The 5 different ranking systems that you can traverse and progress through, they all progress at the same time, but they represent different things and will give you access to different items, different pieces of equipment, and rewards. As a rule, in Battlefield 5, the more you play, the more you progress. DICE has taken on feedback from players of Battlefield 1 and Battlefield 4 that rewards in those games were just a little bit too random in some cases. Your rewards were based on luck and random generator systems, basically the battle packs. Battlefield 5 is seeking to remove that frustration. And the currencies. We have company coin, which is the grind currency, and that can only be obtained by playing the game, and battlefield currency. The currency you can purchase with real money that can only be spent on cosmetic items, items that cannot affect gameplay. Okay, let's start off by breaking down the 5 different ranking systems of Battlefield 5. Firstly, your career rank. This is your overall rank that will increase with almost everything you do in Battlefield 5. It's going to be represented by the familiar military rank structure, so you've got private, sergeant, captain, and more, and it moves up no matter what mode you're playing, what weapon you're using, or whatever class or combat role that you decide to pick. As you progress through this ranking system, you're going to gain company coin, that's the grind currency in Battlefield 5, and you're going to unlock different vehicles that you can add to your company. Second, your class ranks. These ranks reflect your progress within each class in the game, and they represent how often you play as each of them. Progression through these ranks unlocks different combat roles within the classes themselves, which feature traits that will slightly change the playstyle you're suited to by equipping them. You also unlock primary weapons, sidearms, melee weapons, gadgets, and grenades within the class ranks as well. And you're going to have one rank for each of the 4 main infantry classes, so that's Assault, Medic, Support, and Recon. Thirdly and fourthly, we have weapon and vehicle ranks, and these operate very similarly. All primary weapons and vehicles in the game have their own ranks and progression associated with them. You need to earn XP in-game whilst using those weapons or vehicles to rank them up and unlock different specializations in the progression trees, which will diverse your weapon or vehicle based on the choices that you make. To apply these specializations, you then need to use the company coin, which you've been earning all the time whilst you're playing, to buy those specializations and then apply them to the weapon or vehicle. And lastly, we have the chapter rank. This rank is linked to the Tides of War live service that Battlefield 5 is using, and to rank up through a chapter, simply play Battlefield 5 whilst that chapter is live in-game, and you're going to get extra boosts for completing events and challenges tied to the chapter as well. The more you play, the more rewards you'll unlock, and these items will be likely themed around the chapter that's currently active. Now, I know that's a lot of ranks and a lot of different things for you to do, but it is worth remembering all of these track at the same time and will all be going up the more matches you play. It's not like you won't earn XP in your chapter rank just because you're using a weapon which will rank up instead. That doesn't count. Everything counts together, and overall these ranks will give you a better visibility on what areas of the game you focus on when it comes to minute-by-minute gameplay, especially when it comes to weapon, vehicle, and class ranks. Now, we're going to move on to some slightly more sensitive matters here. We're going to talk about the currencies of Battlefield 5. I've mentioned both already. We have company coin and battlefield currency. I briefly explained these earlier, but there's a bit more information listed about them in the blog post, so I'm going to try and explain that for you now. As you play Battlefield 5, you're going to be rewarded with company coin. You earn it by completing assignments, moving up your career rank, and completing daily missions. There are a few other ways you can earn it as well, but it's all based around simply playing Battlefield 5. This currency gives you the ability to unlock items outside the base progression paths to further expand and customize your company, so you can use it on weapons, vehicles, and soldiers. You can unlock weapon specializations with it, you can unlock vehicle specializations as well, or you can acquire duplicate weapons with it or duplicate vehicles, so you can set them up with different specializations to the first weapon that you specialized. You'll also be able to use company coin to unlock cosmetic items like jackets, face paints, and weapon skins. At the launch of the game, you won't be able to unlock vehicle cosmetics. That's coming in an update in the first chapter of the Tides of War. Essentially, company coin can only be earned through gameplay, but it can be spent on nearly anything in the game that's available for unlock. So it's up to you if you want to buy cosmetic items to make a weapon or vehicle look really cool, or buy specializations so it performs differently. The second currency is called Battlefield currency. And yes, I know, it's an absolutely boring name. This is an optional currency which can only be purchased with real-world money and can only be spent on cosmetic items within Battlefield 5. You'll never be able to use Battlefield currency to unlock gameplay-affecting items. DICE is keeping the two currencies very much separate here. Now, Battlefield currency, and this is a big piece of news, won't be available until after the launch of Battlefield 5. DICE says they want players to have time with the progression system, all the elements, and the cosmetic items using only the grind currency, which is company coin, before introducing Battlefield currency at a later date. I think this is a great move by the dev team and EA, because I'm sure EA would have had to approve something like this, delaying potential revenue intake on one of their biggest franchises. Now, despite the Battlefield currency only being available for cosmetic items anyway, I think it sends out a good message that the team making this game has listened and is aware of the controversy of past games that have included a premium currency and what actually happened there. I think we all still remember Star Wars Battlefront 2. This time, DICE and EA appear to be making sure there is absolutely no way that situation can be repeated or even compared with Battlefield 5. That screenshot that I've had on the screen is going to show you what each currency can be used for. The only crossover is company coin being used for cosmetics alongside Battlefield currency. Apart from that, the two currencies are completely separate. And lastly, let's talk about the Armory. This is the place that DICE is going to populate with cosmetic items for you to unlock with your company coin or Battlefield currency. You can examine items here before you unlock them to make sure it's actually what you want, and all cosmetic items will be rarity graded with accompanying costs and unlock criteria. Weapons, vehicles, and other soldier items will also be hosted in the Armory, but they will only be available for unlock with the company coin, which is the grind currency. Now, shipments, I'm sure you've seen those on the screenshot there, these are awarded to you via the in-game progression systems, like access to new weapons in a class or a different vehicle for leveling up your career rank. These are not loot boxes, and I've said this in a previous video a few months ago, when shipments sparked a debate in the community. People thought they might just be another name for loot boxes. They are not loot boxes. Battlefield 5 doesn't include any of those. So, overall, this blog post shows that Battlefield 5 is going to be filled with progression, filled with challenges, things to do, and ultimately, it does present a fair playing field. The two currencies are separate from one another and don't allow for power to be bought in any way. It's all based on how much you play the game, and the more you do, the more you earn. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section on this topic. I know it's been one people wanted to know about for quite some time, but now it's out there, how do you feel? Make sure you're subscribed to the channel as well with notifications switched on so you don't miss any of my future Battlefield 5 videos, and a big thank you for watching today. But until next time, my name is Westie, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.